Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. Good evening, you guys. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Woo woo. So excited. It is my birthday weekend. Hey, it's my birthday weekend. I'm excited. I told y'all I was gonna go live at about 7:30. I'm a few minutes behind, yes. My apologies. I had to do a personal reading and I just got home maybe 30 minutes ago. So that's what we're doing. I'm here for live readings. Hey, Aisha. I'm here for live readings. So anybody that would like to come in and get a reading, please feel free to send your donation. The links will be posted down below. Let me see. Hang on a second. Drop a green heart so that the moderators know once you've donated, so we know that you'd like to be added to the list, please and thank you. Shout out to all my Aquarius, my fellow Aquarius people. Happy birthday, y'all. Capricorn's little season is almost up. It's almost over. But while I'm waiting for the chat to fill up, I just wanted to get into it because I still need to do a pick a card reading when I get off of here. And that's going to be for those who are dating or in connections right now, to see if you and your person are even compatible, because I think that's a question that kind of gets overlooked a lot of times, or not really a question, but that's a fact, a fact of dating people. Sometimes when you date people, y'all are not going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be on the same page. You may not see eye to eye on everything. You may not even agree on everything. And that's okay. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just simply means that you're not in alignment with each other and you're not on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, I had to block the troll. But it just simply means that you're not on the same page, and that is okay. Everybody that we come into contact with, date, or whatever the case. Hey, Aquarian, how are you, love? Happy birthday in advance, too. I was shouting out all my Aquarius followers, subscribers. Our season is almost here. Come tomorrow, it'll be Aquarius season. So, sending my love to y'all. Happy birthdays and all the things. But what I was saying was, just because you like someone or just because they seem like a good person. Oh, is it the 31st? Well, happy early birthday, love. Mine is Sunday, the 23rd. So I hardly ever meet other January Aquariuses. It's usually always February Aquarius. So I'm always like super excited when somebody else is like January, and I'm like, I see you. But yeah, you don't have to, it doesn't make the other person bad. It doesn't make you bad. It just simply means that your goals are different. And also going back to having your standards high and expectations low. I hope you're feeling better, by the way, Aquarian. I know you were sick last week, so I hope you're feeling a lot better. Anybody out there who's watching my channel, if you have subscribed or you haven't been here in a while, you haven't been feeling well, definitely sending love out to you, healing vibes, and all of the things. Hey, sweets. Sorry, y'all. Rico comes over time to time to check on me. Hey, sweets. Don't let it get you down. If you're dating, that's exactly what dating is for. It's to get to know people. Dating is not something that needs to be rushed. You don't have to rush to get to know somebody. You don't have to rush to label a situation. People get so caught up in labels, just like here in the tarot community. People want to call somebody a twin flame. People want to call somebody a karmic. People want to label somebody a soulmate. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, hold on, wait a minute. It's just, for me, I'm a rational, logical person. So it's like either it's working or it's not working. Either it's toxic or it's healthy. Either it's right or it's wrong. Like, it's very, for me, it's like that. So, before I go labeling somebody, calling somebody this, that, and the third, they need to be able to prove to me that they're worthy of being labeled as something important in my life. That's like, y'all are going to laugh. But sometimes guys, if you've ever experienced this, please let me know in the comment section. But you know, some guys, they think they're slick, you know, like the players, they will not, like if they're going out with a girl and they don't have good intentions, they will not save her name in their phone. They will only save a number. They only save a phone number. So they know what area code it is that's calling. They will not say, because they're not, when it's not serious, you don't take it serious. So they only save a phone number in their phone. I've done it with guys. Like, if you know what, if I'm not taking you that serious, I feel like it's not gonna be a serious situation. I'm not gonna go like blasting you to my friends and my family talking about, oh, we're in a relationship when we really are not. We really are not. I don't even know if I fully like you like that. You barely have my phone number. Like, limited access. It's like keeping you at an arm's distance. Friend zoning. You know what I'm saying? Until this person shows you that they really, really want a relationship with you, you know what I'm saying? Just friend zone. Keep an arm's length distance, because you don't want to get attached to somebody physically and emotionally with somebody who's not even serious. You see what I'm saying? And then for those who have been in relationships for a while, like you've been dating this person 6 months, it's been a year now, whatever the case may be, you feel like things are stagnant. Stagnant, child. Not going anywhere. No progress. It's time to pull the plug. It's time to pull the plug. Like, how many times do you have to tell someone how to treat you? How many times do you have to reiterate your boundaries? And they're just doing bare minimum stuff, basic stuff. And that's where you've been for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So you see what I'm saying? If there's no growth, then where is it going? If you don't add value to that person's life and they don't add value to yours, where is it going? If you can't be inspired, motivated, or learn something from that person, encouraged and uplifted, supported, right? Then where is it going? This person, will I call you every day? Who is okay with somebody calling them every day? Like, what does that mean? Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes that's not enough. Well, I see you once a month. What is that supposed to do for me? Do you see what I'm saying? So sometimes you need to sit down and have a conversation. Y'all been dating for 3 months, and it's like, okay, so where is this going? Do you see what I'm saying? Those hard conversations, those tough conversations need to be had. Where is this going? I don't feel, and this is what we're going to be talking about going into February. When it comes to relationships, whatever you want to label it, twin flame summit, whatever y'all want to label it, you have to be vulnerable. You have to be in an emotionally open and available space to be able to speak and express how you feel, because feelings are valid and they do matter. Now, the thing with feelings is they come and go. But if you're feeling something, say something. That's always been my motto. If you feel something, say something, because if you don't, the worst thing you can do is get upset later because you failed to tell somebody how you were feeling. You see what I'm saying? That's on you at that point. It's on you at that point. You can't be upset with somebody for not knowing what you were thinking. Right? It just don't make sense. Ricky? It just doesn't make sense. So keep that in mind. For those of y'all who are, you know what I'm saying, out here in these dating streets, dating apps, whatever the case may be, like, you have every right and reason, just like your person does, they have that right too, to express how they feel, to say, hey, listen, this isn't working for me. This isn't enough. Going out once a week, it ain't enough. Seeing you twice a week, it ain't enough. You just calling me, it ain't enough. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you need more. You need more. And it's okay. It's okay for you to need more. And it's okay for you to walk away if the person is not capable of meeting those needs. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? But it probably sounds harsh. It probably sounds harsh, but you know what I'm saying? Thank them for a good time. You had a good experience, and that's it. That's the end of that. No sense in wasting your time and somebody saying, oh, I'm going to get to it, and they don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not enough. It's not enough to say, well, I love you. Okay, so what are you doing about it? Love is an action. Love is a verb, right? So you have to actually demonstrate love. It has to be demonstrated. Sorry, y'all. Thought something was in my eye. Couldn't see. But it has to be demonstrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell somebody that you love them and you only talk to them once every 6 years. Like, do you think they're going to feel loved? Probably not. See what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to express what you need. Don't be afraid to say, hey, this is not working for me. How can we work through this? You see what I'm saying? So come February, there's going to be more love readings being posted. I'm going to be talking about love. And, you know, the fact that we have to not only know ourselves, that's why self-love is so important, but know what you need to feel loved and supported. And also what the other party needs to feel loved and supported, because you don't want to be the person that's taking and not giving as well. You know what I mean? It's about balance. We hear that word a lot, right? Balance. It has to be balanced. You know what I mean? In order for things to be peaceful and the scales to be balanced between both parties, it has to fall in sync, right? Equal give and take, reciprocity. You feel love, they feel love, everybody's great, right? And there's going to be those moments where you don't feel it. The thrill is gone. The excitement is gone, especially after the honeymoon stage is over. Ricky, what are you biting? I'm sorry, y'all. He has to be watched. But I think the honeymoon phase only lasts about, 6 months? If that. I think the honeymoon stage don't last long. So after that, you know, you really start to get to see a person's true colors. And so at that point, it's like, okay, so now what? Now where is this going? You know what I mean? Those are just things to think about. Hey, Valerie. How are you, loves? Those are things to think about for those of y'all getting back out here in these dating streets. But sometimes it's just, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not enough. It's not enough to tell somebody, oh, I really, really like you. I think you're a really great person. I think you're a really great person, Valerie. Valerie is great. She's great. I think you're a really great person. But then Valerie only hears from me once every 6 years. Do you think Valerie is going to feel valued? I think not. So you know what I mean? Like, actions speak louder than words. And that's why I tell people in readings, like, you have to use your own intuition, discernment, and common sense. Ricky, I feel like you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing. I get no privacy. So, yeah. So, you know, actions speak louder than words. So you have to use common sense when you're dealing with other people. Like, just because this man is telling you, oh, you're the best thing that's ever happened to him. You're so beautiful. He loves your energy. He loves your vibe. You guys get along so well. Okay, so what and? Sir, what are you doing about it? Where are you? 10 days, 5 days out of the week, where are you at? When are you available? When are we going out? Do you see what I'm saying? You have to hold people accountable. You say you want a relationship, okay, then act like it. You see what I'm saying? So if it's not enough, then they need to do more. And if you're too much for them, then they can go find less. It's really that simple. But a lot of times when we get so attached to another person, it's hard for us to just let it go. You got to be able to detach, remove yourself. So that way, you will always choose you. Yes, exactly, Valerie. That way you will always choose you. Always, this is going to sound very selfish because it is. Always choose you. Always choose you. You know why? Let me explain why. Because at the end of the day, you are always going to have you. Whether that person comes or goes, you're always going to have you. You were present at the beginning before the person ever showed up, and you're going to be present at the end when the person taps out. You're still going to be there. So make sure you always choose you in the situation. Now, when it comes to the other party, see, give them the option. This is free will. It's kind of an ultimatum, low key, but it's still a choice. It's like, listen, if you can't be consistent with your communication, if you can't be consistent with courting me, dating me, taking me out, getting to know me, talking to me, and finding out how I need to be loved, what I need to feel supported. Because mind you now, if I'm doing this for you, I'm going out of my way, you're going out of your way for them, then should you not be getting that in return? I'm just saying. So if they can't do that, then leave them over there. That way they can decide what works best for them. If they're really willing to invest in the connection. That's the true test of time, is patience. Because either they shape up or ship out. Ship out and make room for someone who's actually going to show up, who's actually going to fulfill that description. Right? Y'all know I always compare dating to job, like a job. It's like a business. Like, I'm looking for a qualified candidate. If you don't have the skills to operate the forklift, just say that. If you're not willing to learn, go and get your license. That's fine. You don't have to apply for this job. There's someone else who will meet the qualifications. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Happily. How are you, love? There's always someone else who will meet those qualifications. That is okay. It is perfectly okay for that person to say, you know what? She requires too much for me. She's too much. Then he can go find less, right? Because there's going to be someone else who says, you know what? I can do that. I can operate that forklift. No problem. I'm licensed. Not a problem at all. I know how to operate it. I know how to move it. I know how to drive it. Happy New Year, love. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, don't ever let somebody make you feel like you have to put up with anything, because you do not. You are a free moral agent to decide, you know what? Sir, ma'am, you're not doing enough. This isn't working for me. You see what I'm saying? I swear, y'all, all the trolls want to come out tonight. All of the trolls. Rico's tearing up. But yeah, don't ever let somebody make you feel like you have to put up with stuff that you don't have to put up with. Because sometimes love is just simply not enough. It ain't. Okay, loves, thank you. Anybody else who hops in, please be sure that you, if you donate, please drop a green heart, so that way we know that you want to be added to the list. Rico. But, so, just to give y'all a little brief synopsis of what's coming in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing more pick a card readings. I'm going to be doing more relationship readings. I'm still going to be doing my general readings and stuff, like for, just general messages from spirit and finances and stuff. But because, February, Valentine's Day, we're going to do more who's coming towards you, if this relationship will last, if you guys are compatible, all of the things. So, if you don't have your notifications turned on, make sure you do. Okay, make sure you do. Ricky. Rico wants to be big. Listen, he wants to be rubbed, y'all. He's over here getting his ears rubbed. He's enjoying being a baby. You enjoying being a baby? Technically, me and Rika are about the same age. Technically, y'all, Rika's about to be 4. That's 28 in bunny years. Yeah. Come here. Come here. 28 in bunny years, y'all. I have an old bunny. He has an old soul. Come here. Come here. And happily, whenever you're ready, love, you can drop your question. Also, I was thinking about, like, I think, yeah, we mentioned this the last time I was live. Good questions to ask. You know what I mean? Like, and y'all can help too, moderators. Y'all can help, like, direct people's questions, because, like, asking how they feel about you, stuff like that. I feel like more deeper, thought-provoking questions would benefit, like, is this, for example, a question, a really good question, will this situation help me? Will this situation help me? It's like, how will this situation help me grow as a person? So it's basically like, what are the lessons here to be learned in this situation? What lessons do I need to learn? What is it that I'm not seeing in this person? That's a great question. What is it that I'm not seeing in this person that I need to see? That's a great question. Let me write this down, because y'all know I'll forget. What is it that I need to see that I'm not seeing? That's one. Let me know. What do y'all think? What do I need to see? You can drop your question, happily, love, that I'm not seeing. How am I sabotaging myself? Or my relationship? Because people like to deflect. I noticed that as a reader. I've been doing this almost 3 years. A lot of times people like to deflect and blame everybody else externally, except for their own piss poor judgments, poor judgment of character, and mismanaging their own emotions. So how am I sabotaging myself in this situation, or how am I sabotaging this connection? How am I standing in my own way? Yeah. If you think of one, Valerie, drop it, love. I'm gonna add it here, because my goal is for people coming into the live stream to ask more thought-provoking questions. Also to, like, not just to get the answers from spirit, but for them to kind of tap into their own intuition and really think about what it is they're asking. You know what I mean? What are you asking? Have you sat down and thought about it before you ask it? Because a lot of times people already know the answer. They just don't want to hear the answer. They want to hear something different. So they come and ask me, and then I reiterate the answer. Like somebody come and ask me, well, what's his intentions? Trash. It's trash, but you knew that already. What are his intentions? To hit it and quit it? That he's here to play. He's here to play. Knight of Wands. He's for the streets. But you knew that already. You knew that by his little wishy-washy behavior. You know, his little good morning, always constant good morning text. Nothing more than that. His surface level conversation. You knew it already. What are his intentions? You knew it when he was feeling on you. Getting close. Getting into your personal space. But when you wanted to talk about a relationship, oh, I don't feel great. all of a sudden he's sick and got a headache. Let's see. Let's find out. That's fine, happily. That is perfectly fine, love. And I'll still answer the questions. Any question that's asked, I'll still answer them. You know, like the questions that are just basic. But I'm going to have people start thinking about those questions. How are they feeling? Well, how do you think he feels about you? You've been dating him for 5 weeks. You see what I'm saying? Because some stuff is not even a question. That's a good question. Is there a possible, basically what's coming in for you, right? Happily, in regards to love, what's coming in? That's always good to ask. What's coming in? What should I expect? That's a great question. What should I expect in love? What does Spirit want me to know in regards to love or relationships? That's a great question. Spirit says it's worth a try, happily. I just flat out asked the question, is there anything that's going to change in Happy's love life this year? Spirit said it's worth a try. So there's definitely a possibility. Oh, Spirit says express your voice and your feelings. What we've been talking about. Yes. So if you're attracted to someone, if you're attracted to someone and you want to know if that person is attracted to you or if they want to, you know, give it a go. Spirit says, let it be known. Let it be known. Spirit says new opportunities. So I'm going to take that as a yes, that there definitely will be new opportunities for you in regards to love. It could be a new start with the same person. It could be a new person coming in energetically. Spirit says spiritual help, ask your guides. So definitely pray about the situation. I'm going to say that would be a yes. And we got success. So that's a yes. Yeah, things definitely changing in your favor. I feel like new opportunity could be a new person. That's what I feel, happily. This is only January, so we still got plenty more months to go. Spirit says, don't stop now. So if you and the most recent individual are not communicating right now, Spirit says don't stop, because, you know, don't stop and worry about what's going on with them. Keep going, because something better. Anytime we release something, anytime the universe allows us to release something, someone falls off, someone disappears, someone ghosts, whatever the case is, it's making room. It's the energy of the death card in tarot, because death is really a transformation. Yeah, death is really a transformation of energy. So energetically, something ends so that a rebirth can take place. Something new is coming in. So don't wallow in feeling bad, or, you know, feeling bad about the situation, or blaming yourself because it's not your fault. That was a choice that they decided to make. Has nothing to do with you. When someone ghosts us, 9 times out of 10, it's a them. Right, exactly. And that's what, happily, I'm glad you said that word, because that is my main focus this year. Growth. Because you weren't here, I think a couple weeks ago, but I had someone who had been to my channel for the past 2 years keep asking the same question in different forms. It's like, it was crazy. And Spirit kept giving the same answer. Same answer. This person is stuck. They are not moving. You see what I'm saying? They are not moving. They are not moving. They are not moving. So, they are not moving. So there's, you know what I'm saying? So it's pointless to keep asking the same question. Look, Spirit said happy changes are ahead for you. Happy changes are ahead for you. There's no sense in asking every reader the same damn question. Spirit's message is going to be the same. The funny part is the same person I told I'm not asking this question anymore. Because every time Spirit advises you, you do what you want to do, and you don't accept what Spirit is telling you about this situation. So the funny part is I saw the same person in some other reader's live stream trying to figure it out, and the other reader who has no idea was saying the exact same thing that Spirit was showing me in regards to the situation. So I'm like, it doesn't matter. Spirit's message is still going to be the same. It's still going to be the same. Let's see. We have autumn time. So come maybe late August this year, by late August this year, early September, you may possibly meet somebody new. Oh girl, yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Oh, we have Leo season. So July, August. Woo! During your season, you might meet someone. Look, and we got Virgo. The person might be a Virgo, but Spirit says look for a sign. Look for a sign, and Spirit says make sure this person is willing to compromise. Willing to compromise. And pay attention to your dreams, because Spirit may be sending you messages via your dreams about whoever's coming towards you. There may be signs in your dreams. Yeah. He's fine. He was chewing on his feed bag. But yeah, he's fine, girl. No worries. I love this for you, happily. I love this. So come Leo season this year, Spirit is saying there's going to be changes for you. Things are going to, yeah. And honestly, the best advice I would recommend or give anyone in regards to manifesting new love, set the intention. Set the intention. Okay? Now, when you set the intention, don't focus so much on what you want, but focus on what Spirit wants for you, what the universe wants to bring you. It's not going to be what you would typically go for. It's not going to be your typical type. It's not. Some of the most loving and supportive relationships are between two totally different people. Complete opposites. The saying that opposites attract is true. A lot of times we have a type, and when someone doesn't fit that description, we brush it off. Hey, Tasha love. I'm waiting for your reading to finish uploading so I can send you the link. But a lot of times we brush it off when somebody is not our type per se. So we end up blocking our own blessing because we're so concerned about this person looking or being a specific way. And Spirit knows. You're welcome, love. No, thank you. Thank you for all your love and support consistently. Spirit knows, in the spirit realm, they know our spirit guides are real. Our ancestors are real. Just because we can't see them in the flesh, in the 3D. Yes, possibly a Virgo or during Virgo. Between Leo, Virgo season could be also another message. But they know. They already know, okay, these two souls they're gonna merge together. There's a purpose for these two coming together. But a lot of times we look at the physical. You're not looking at this person's aura. You're not looking at this person energetically. Like, why is this person coming towards me? What is it about me that is attracting this person? You hear people say, well, why do I always attract this type of person? What are you giving off energetically? What vibes are you sending out to the universe? What are you giving off? Right? And then sometimes people are attracted to your light. They're attracted to your healing energy. That's why you have to be careful of who you allow in. You know what I'm saying? And because that's how soul ties are created. Because a lot of times people are attracted to your light, and they will people who are energy vampires will suck the life right out of you. You're welcome, love. So those are just things to think about. You know, the best partner could be the very person that you would think the least of. You've ever heard of those stories where the princess falls in love with the butler? The princess falls in love with the butler. How does that happen? There are two totally different classes of people, but the butler is more in touch with humanity than the princess. She's catered to. She's sheltered. She doesn't see a lot of things. The butler can experience life. He's free to do certain things that she's not, because she has to be in a certain place all the time. All eyes are on her, this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? Two totally different lifestyles and upbringings, but they make a good pair. Now, mind you, the royal family has already had someone picked out for her. They've already decided what type of person that they want to pair the princess with, their daughter with. Well, we want to keep it in the royal family, but that may not be Spirit's decision. That may not be Spirit's choice for the princess. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, just because we think that something is going to work doesn't mean that it's, you know what I mean? Just because I like this. I like. This is what we're thinking from the eyes of attraction. I like this person doesn't necessarily mean it's the best for you. Kind of like food. Just because it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for you. You know, it's always the nastiest stuff that's usually the healthiest. So, you know, that's something to think about. But yes, loves, changes are coming, and they are good changes. So be expecting them. Let's see. Yeah, so good changes are coming. Don't be concerned about how they're coming. This is a message that Spirit gave today when I was doing collective affirmations. Don't get yourself concerned about how or who. Just know that it's coming. The changes are coming. The blessings are coming. Be ready to receive them. Be ready to receive the blessings. Be ready to receive the new love. Be ready to receive. Be open, be receptive. So, y'all, did we miss anybody, y'all? Did I get everybody? So we talked about a few good questions. You too, Tasha. You too. Y'all plan on spending the day with my sister. Yeah, my middle sister. I don't get to see her a lot, so we plan on spending some time together. And I plan on getting my nails done, because y'all know that's how I roll. Oh, you're fine, Aisha. But we can recap for you what we were talking about. We were talking about asking, like, you know, when people come into the live stream, getting them to ask deeper questions other than surface level things like, oh, how does so-and-so feel about me? Or, will so-and-so reach out? No. What is his intentions? Well, give it time. You know what I mean? Give it time. A lot of times people are so concerned about, well, the details of who, what, where, when, how. Just be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Like the Bible says, peace, be still. Present. Focus on here and now. What are you doing right now in this moment that can affect the rest of your life? What are you proactively doing or choosing? What choices are you making here and now that can affect that relationship? Great changes. Blessings are coming to you, but are you receptive to those blessings? New love is coming towards you. Are you receptive to the new love? Are your boundaries strong enough? Are you firm enough to say no if something is not working for you? Are you willing to walk away no matter how emotionally attached you are? Can you walk away? Can you give that person time to figure it out, whatever it is that they need to figure out without you? Yes, exactly. Or how can I be more receptive to love, right? And sometimes we gonna talk about it, because y'all know we talk about everything on this channel. Sometimes a lot of women are so in their masculine energy that it's difficult for them to, it's difficult for a man to want to love them because they're like a man. I don't know how else to say it. Like, a lot of women are more masculine than they are feminine. They want to tell him what to do. They want to control what he's doing or how much money he's spending or who he's with, or want to know this and want to know that. You're treating him like a child. Men don't want to be treated that way. Or you're aggressive in your approach towards him. Move, Ricky. Move. So he's not interested in you. Or move, Ricky. Hang on, y'all. Here's my jacket. This is in the way. I can't do nothing with a button. Okay. Sorry. A lot of men don't. A lot of men don't. So it really helps, like, if you know that you have a more masculine energy about you, to work on that. You know what I mean? To become more soft, to become more gentle. Okay, soft is not the word. More gentle in your approach. Come here, Reek. Come here. Come here so Aisha can see you. Come here. Now you don't want to come to me. Come on. He's not gonna do it now. But yeah, like, if you're a woman and you know that you struggle with being like in your overly masculine energy, do things that's gonna help you become more gentle in your approach. Instead of being so loud and aggressive, learn to have a calm indoor tone. See what I'm saying? A more calm indoor tone. So instead of screaming across the room, what? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat it? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. It's a difference. It's a different tone. You know what I'm saying? Or you do something wrong, apologize. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I did not mean to say that. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I'm so sorry. Apologize. That's another big one in relationships. Apologies. Something as simple as I'm sorry can go a long way. Admit when you are wrong. Man or woman. For me, this goes both ways. I'm not attacking anybody. Right, Aisha, exactly. But a lot of times, a lot of women are more in a masculine energy. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Put a little makeup on. You don't have to. You don't got to do the full. You ain't got to do the full. You ain't got to do a full beat. I'm just saying, a little makeup, maybe a little gloss, maybe a little eyeshadow. I don't know. But do things to help you feel more feminine. Wear lingerie. Wear sexy clothing. Wear things that makes you feel more feminine. Wear pink. Wear, you know what I'm saying? Like, curl your hair. Do things that make you feel more feminine so you can embrace your more gentle, nurturing side. Fragrances. I love perfume. Love perfume. I get it from my mom. Perfume for me, as a woman, it helps me to embrace that divine feminine energy. I love great fragrances. I love them. As a matter of fact, I'm plotting on getting a new one this weekend. I'm all constantly, not only that, but good smells put you in a more pleasant mood. A lot of women are extremely aggressive and in overly masculine energy because they've been through a lot in their defense. Not an excuse, but explaining why a lot of women are in that energy. They've been hurt. They've been mistreated. They've been lied to, cheated on. So they feel like they have to have a more dominant attitude or personality, and they really don't. You really don't. You don't. And it's sad because it's like a few bad apples mess it up for everybody. Because it's like once a woman has been through a series of bad relationships or a series of, a few bad apples, it's like it affects her going forward. So she feels like she has to constantly, everything is a fight. Everything is, you know what I mean? It's an argument. It's overly aggressive, overly assertive, and you don't have to. There's a time and place to be assertive, and it's not when you're trying to date someone. You don't have to come across as hardcore when you're trying to date a man. You don't have to try to be, competitive with him. You don't have to do that. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that. Because I don't think a man, in this day and age, I don't think a man is looking for another man. If he's looking for a woman, he's looking for a woman. He's not looking for another man. He's not looking for someone to compete with. He's not looking for someone to argue and fight with. That's not what he's looking for. And so some women are so miserable that men are just like, She's miserable. She's bitter because she's been through a whole lot of stuff. She hasn't, and this is why I constantly stress going to therapy, doing your shadow work. Because if you don't, you're going to continue carrying grudges, carrying bitterness, carrying resentment, and projecting that onto someone else who doesn't even deserve that. And men, don't get me wrong, men do it too. Men do it too, but I'm talking about women right now. We are talking about women. So if you don't do the work that needs to be done, you end up being hardcore, aggressive, assertive, and you come across as masculine because you want to argue, you want to challenge him, you want to tell him no, you want to be assertive and aggressive, and it's like, that's not attractive. That's not attractive who is truly looking for a man who's looking for a woman of class, a woman in a very motherly, nurturing energy. He's not going to be attracted to that type of behavior because he's going to be like, well, damn, if I wanted a man, I could have went out and got me one of those. I'm looking for someone who's loving, supportive, nurturing, kind, giving. That's what he's wanting. He's wanting a woman that's going to make him feel loved and supported. Not someone to question his every move, to try and control him, to tell him what to do, who he's not going to be around and what he's not going to be doing and how to spend his money and how to do this and how to do that. And even if you have, it's fine to talk about things and give suggestions, to give suggestions, that's fine. But to tell him what to do, you know what I mean? No. Suggestions are fine. But if you put it in a question form, instead of saying you need to do this, just put yourself in his shoes. Oh, well, Tasha, you need to start saving your money. If a man said that to you, you'd be pissed. So men don't like it when women do stuff like that. You need to start doing this better, or you need to start doing that. But you know what, Aisha? I understand where you're coming from. But if you know that is something that you struggle with, that is something to deal with. That's something to deal with. But you're absolutely right. I agree with you. It's not their place to tell you that, especially if you're getting to know them. It's not their place to tell you what issues you have. Sir, worry about your damn self at this point. But yeah, I agree with you. But if you know it's something that you do struggle with, I definitely encourage you to work on it, because a lot of us do have daddy issues. A lot of us do have that. You know what I mean? Like those abandonment wounds. And that's one of the reasons I stress therapy, healing, shadow work, all of those things, because you end up carrying that anger and resentment over to the next man, because your father wasn't present. He didn't pull his weight. He didn't show you the things that he should have showed you about men and how to deal with men. You didn't have that example. So now you take it out on everybody else. And I think that's where, when a man says that, that's where he's coming from. But if anything, if he knows that, he should be more patient. I'm sorry, y'all. Rico's loud. If anything, if a mature man knows that you have daddy issues, he would be more willing to be understanding and to be patient as you work through those issues. He would try to assist you in the healing process, not tear you down. Does that make sense? He wouldn't be trying to tear you down. Because to me, that sounds like somebody just saying that is just saying it to get under your skin. It's just saying it to be disrespectful. Like to make you feel some type of way. To make you feel like your emotions are not valid, or to gaslight you and make you feel like your boundaries are unreasonable, and they are not. Just because I have daddy issues, because I have them too, Aisha, just because I have daddy issues does not mean that it's okay for a man to treat me any type of way and that I should just be okay with it. That doesn't mean that I have to tolerate shitty behavior from a man just because I've had father issues that have nothing to do with him. Whether either he treats me right or he moves on, right? Hi. And if he cares enough about me, he's going to say, hey, babe, let's work on this. I see that you struggle with this. I see that this is a problem for you. You struggle sometimes when you feel like this or that. You know what I mean? Like, I want us to be together. I want us to work on this together. That's how you know you have somebody who cares. The person wants to assist you, like Happily said, in growth. The person wants to see you grow together as a couple. The person wants to have a healthy relationship with you, not putting you down. Oh, you have daddy issues. The fuck is that? Like, what is that? What are you saying? Right? Because everybody's been through something. Are you here to help, or are you here to hinder my growth? God deleted, Valerie. Immediately, God deleted. Y'all know my block game is on 100. But yeah, for a man to say some shit like that, oh man, couldn't have been me. Because I feel like that's a comment that comes up when that person doesn't like the fact that you said something that was truthful to them, so now they want to throw it in your face. It was quick, Tasha. He got blocked immediately. Immediately blocked. And be careful of people like that. People who want to gaslight you or deflect. That's what it is. It's deflecting. Like for example, Aisha, you may have been talking to this dude about communicating properly, but then he wants to bring up the fact that you have daddy issues. No, stay on topic, sir. You have issues following the pattern. We're talking about you communicating properly and being consistent, and now you want to talk about my daddy issues. Narcissistic much? Narcissists do shit like that. They deflect from the topic to keep you from being focused on the topic at hand. So that way you're not putting them in their place. Ciao. Yeah, it's called deflecting. A lot of people do it when they don't want to take accountability for their actions. But yeah, as a woman, you want to present yourself in a loving, kind, nurturing, supportive energy. You don't want to be overly, I'm not saying that you can't be assertive, because you do need to be assertive. You need to assert your position. You know, as a girlfriend or as a mother, as a wife, as whatever your role is in that relationship, you do need to assert yourself. But at the same time, you don't want to be extremely aggressive to where it pushes men away. Because you have some women who are very dominant. They run companies, they run businesses, they're used to running things. So they think in a relationship, it's their role to control, and that's not what you're there to do. You can't control another person. You can't make another person do what you want them to do. If anything, you can say, this is what I would like for you to do. This is what I would like for you to do. it's up to you. And just kind of, it's like serving them the plate. They might take a bite. They might not. They might not. You take the horse to the water. He might drink. He might die. We don't know. But it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, this type thing. Don't worry. We're going to talk about men. We're going to have a night where we're going to talk about men's foolishness. Because it's there. It's there. But yeah, for women, tips for being more feminine. Lighter colors. Lighter colors. Lighter colors. One, lighter colors raise your vibration. Great smells. Perfumes, body sprays, lotions, body butters. All these things that smell wonderful. Okay? Keeping a neutral tone of voice. Yelling and screaming. Now, I know, listen, I know people from the East Coast, like New York, New Jersey, Boston, all of that whole area of the United States, which is a whole category in and of itself. That's normal for them. Yelling, screaming, cursing people out. That's normal for them. But the thing is, just because it's normal for them doesn't mean that everybody is that way. Doesn't mean that everybody is attracted to that type of behavior. Mind you, I would never date anybody from the East Coast because just it's the cultural clash. That all of that holler, it's not for me. It's not for me. But you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be approachable. You know how some people be like, I have an RBF. I have an RBF. I didn't realize I had one, but I have an RBF. But as soon as somebody starts talking to me, I smile, my eyes light up, and they're like, oh, okay, I can talk to her. I can talk to her. She's, you know what I mean? Yes, exactly, Tasha. I can talk to her. You know what I mean? So you want to make your demeanor and your presence says a lot. It carries your energy. And that's the thing about our consciousness, about our soul, our spirit that makes us who we are. Because your demeanor, how you carry yourself, you can almost, listen, if y'all watch true crime, you watch true crime? If you do, you can kind of tell, you know, like when they're doing like a documentary or a series like on serial killers, pedophiles, you can just kind of tell by the way the person moves, their gait, the way they walk. It's just their demeanor. You know what I'm saying? You can tell something is off. Something is not quite, there's some things missing. You know what I mean? You can just, you see it. So even when it comes to dating, now most people, and this is why I'm strongly encouraging, especially the divine feminines on my channel, to tap into your intuition, because you have to guard your spirit, mind, and body, who you allow in it and who you don't. Because you have to be able to discern the spirit. You have to be able to discern it. Some people would see this person's demeanor and say, he'd be like, oh, let me just, here, I can just take you up the road. And something will give you a sign that, no, no, that's okay. No, thank you. You can feel it. But if you're used to suppressing your intuition and thinking, oh, well, he looks like a nice guy. He looks like, just a regular person. Sure, he said he would take me up there. And then you just go. We might not ever see you again. But if you hadn't suppressed that intuition, and you hadn't suppressed that gut feeling, your body had already started sending you signals, like shortness of breath, feeling shaky, your hands feeling shaky. Your body sends you signs that something is off. Something is just not right. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? You have those moments where you can feel that something is just not right about somebody. You can't pinpoint it. So if you tap into that intuition, it's a sign. It's a sign to run the other way. Run the other way. But your demeanor is important. How you present yourself. That's just like in astrology, your rising. Your rising sign governs how the world sees you. Like my rising is Libra, so I'm cute. I'm just playing, but my rising really is Libra. So, your rising sign in astrology, really does tell a lot about people, including serial killers, just so you know. But your rising sign governs how you appear in front of people, which is why serial killers like Ted Bundy was unknown for a long period of time because of certain placements in his chart. He seemed like a very normal person. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, people are dying. People are being killed. So, you know what I mean? So you just you have to use discernment. You have to, and intuition is a muscle, so you have to exercise it. If you, and this is a lesson that I learned this past year, 2021, I learned this lesson with my intuition. If you feel it, your body is giving you signals, you feel something is off about it, 9 times out of 10 it is. 9 times out of 10, something is up with it. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. If you were going to take that left and you feel like you shouldn't take that left, take a right. Take a right, because for whatever reason, you go left, you might not make it home. You see what I'm saying? So we have to learn, as a collective, to trust your intuition and trust what the signs that your body is giving you. Something's off here. Something's off here. It's a vibration. All of that to say, your demeanor is important. How you present yourself to other people is important. It's just like there's a time and place for everything. Like some people, it's just their personality. They're extremely vulgar. They're extremely aggressive. It's their personality. There's a time and place for it. But in a place of business, that's unacceptable. It's completely unacceptable. It's completely unprofessional. You know what I mean? You're handling business. When you're at the bar with friends, it's a different story. Just like if you're in a relationship with someone, you want to be respectful. You want to be courteous. You want to be compassionate, empathetic. Understanding where this person is coming from. And that's why I was talking about, as a woman, being in your feminine energy and being loving, being understanding, being patient, and you can still not take no shit, just in a loving way. Like, this is unacceptable. We're not going to do this. This is not okay. Letting the person know no, well, let me come over tonight. No, this is not a good time. This is not a good time. Nope. I've only known you 3 days. No, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable giving you my personal information. I don't feel comfortable giving you my address. And that's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay for you to set a boundary like that. And you should. You should set a boundary like that. But just being aware of your personality, being aware of your demeanor, being aware how you come across to someone, because and I'm so guilty of this because I'm a very straightforward person. Sometimes people misunderstand me. So they think that I'm being disrespectful, or they think or assume that I'm being rude to someone, and it's not that at all. I'm simply being factual. I'm simply stating what I'm seeing. I'm simply stating what's documented. So the person will take it personally, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean that way. So then I have to apologize and explain what I mean. And that's okay. That's okay. Anywho, y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all. It is almost 9 o'clock. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. And I might go live a little bit tomorrow night hop in for like an hour or so. I'll let y'all know tomorrow, because I know most of y'all are following me on Instagram. So make sure you watch my stories or my posts. I'll let y'all know. And even the community tab here, I'll let y'all know if I go live tomorrow night for a little short time. So thank y'all for hopping in. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for watching. Please, If you feel to support the channel, subscribe and turn on your notifications. And until next time, love you guys.